Good evening, inductees, parents, faculty, and Board of Education. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Byram Hills High School World Languages Honor Society induction ceremony for the 2020 school year. This is unlike any other ceremony I've ever hosted. I would much rather be in person with you all celebrating the academic achievements of our senior inductees, but the safety and health of our Byram Hills community is paramount. Before we move into recognizing the hard work and diligence of the students, I'd like to first recognize the dedication of the world languages faculty. Our teachers have maneuvered through an unusual and difficult time with professionalism and commitment to their students. It gives me great pride to work alongside them on a daily basis. While preparing my remarks for this evening, I couldn't help but think about the past 7 months of 2020. Our world has suffered great loss. We've rallied in unexpected ways to help one another, and thankfully we are slowly progressing forward. Like many of you, I've considered what the positive and negative features of the pandemic and quarantine had done for me personally and professionally. And one resounding result in both aspects of my life is that the concept of communication and human contact have grown in significance. While in quarantine, I found myself eager to stay in touch with friends and family. I crave seeing people on a daily basis. Mother's Day, Father's Day, and birthdays were celebrated over Zoom. Letter writing became a renewed hobby, and the drive-by visits with the wave were some of the best excitement my family looked forward to. But what was it about these activities that gave me hope, that enlightened the cold and rainy months of March, April, and May? It's the one thing we're here to celebrate tonight. It's language. Language helps families reconnect and get to know each other well again. If you were an essential worker, I'd like to thank you for your service, and I'm sure that in the middle of your most hectic and tiresome day, a text on your phone from a loved one helped you get through just a little bit more. We used language to learn. We used language to prevent the spread of the virus. We used language to heal. We used language to share our feelings. We read the newspapers. We watched all of the news channels. Everything we did was based on language. Now here's a question for you. How many of us were able to do this in 2 languages? 3 languages? How many of us were able to get an international perspective from someone's native language? If you are one of the fortunate people that speaks and understands more than 1 language, your world is that much bigger. The information you can gather is that much more enlightening, and your friend group is that much more diverse. Ultimately, your mindset is cultivated that much deeper. My message for all of you inductees this evening is that you continue to practice your language, to use it in ways that expand and challenge your thinking, and use it to help others. Use it to make our world a better place. We don't have a keynote speaker this evening. Instead, I'd like to highlight our faculty and students. They are the reason we are gathered around the computer tonight, so I'd like to show you a compilation of language. More specifically, the favorite words we love to say. I invite you to sit back and enjoy, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few instructional suggestions. Replay the video to practice your own pronunciation or use it as flashcards for vocabulary building.
Bag, ring.
Confurado, confused.
Aragosta, lobster.
Arbitro, the referee.
Buonanno, Happy New Year.
L'asciugamano, towel.
Frijoles, beans.
La lluvia, the rain.
Oiseau, bird.
Calabaza, pumpkin.
Felice, happy.
Œuf, which means egg.
Les étoiles, stars.
Otorrinolaryngologo, ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Aller, to go.
El calentamiento, which means warming.
Mochila, backpack.
Purtroppo means unfortunately. Fragolette, strawberry.
Hérisson, hedgehog.
Hippopotame, and it means hippo.
La pomme de terre, potatoes.
Hexacosoi hexacanta hexaphobia, which means hexacosoi hexacanta hexaphobia.
Mozzafiato, breathtaking.
Ojo, look out, be careful.
Los zapatos, the shoes.
Rapale, to call back.
Indaparato, busy.
Libellula, dragonfly.
Corazon, heart.
Scapagnata, picnic.
Le soleil, sun. Parapluie, umbrella.
Las estudiantes, the students.
La coccinelle, ladybug.
Pantalones, pants. Spaghettata, spaghetti mia.
Gioielleria, jewelry store.
Colibri, hummingbird.
Hermanas, sisters.
Frio, Call.
Desarrolladores means developers.
La ayuda, help.
Tournesol, sunflower.
Equipaje, luggage.
Aléatoire, random.
Luchola means firefly and tirolesa means zipline.
Empalagar, to be too sweet.
Azafata, flight attendant. The next portion of our evening is usually presented by the faculty. This year, however, I wanted to use students that have exemplary pronunciation of the target languages and use their skill for the induction pledges. I'd like to personally thank and commend Ariel Scheinberg, John Devanzo, and Ileana Vaquero for their commitment to language study and the perfection of pronunciation.
Comme membre de la Société honoraire de français, je promets de me dédier à l'étude de la langue française pour pouvoir m'y spécialiser un jour en me rappelant qu'une langue peut être un lien fort entre les gens d'origines différentes, de races différentes ou de religions différentes. Comme citoyen de mon pays, je promets de promouvoir l'amitié et la compréhension entre les gens d'ici et ceux d'autres nations mondiales. Voici ma promesse.
Achal Anand, Zachary Binder, Luke Briody, Lilly Ceisler, Mia Dittrich, Kristen Eichelbeck, Calvin Fontaine, Ali Hafez, Kalden Harp, Noam Malloy, Catherine Pedluck, Elena Pisick, Chloe Sampere, Tessa Schwartz, Ariel Scheinberg, Jordan Siegel, Skylar Silverstein, Drew Siskin, Ellie Thadani.
Come membro della Società Onoraria d'Italiano, prometto di dedicarmi allo studio della lingua italiana, con il proposito di specializzarmi un giorno e ricordare che una lingua può essere un legame intenso tra genti di origini diverse, di razze diverse e di religioni diverse. Come cittadino del mio paese, prometto di promuovere l'amicizia e la comprensione tra questo e gli altri paesi nel mondo. Ecco la mia promessa.
Amanda Annickstein, Nathaniel Bergman, Jack Brook, Marianna Colabello, John Davanzo, Lorraine Di Sano, Gabriella Gentile, Rachel Gertrude, Alexia Giordano, Brett Kaufman, Thomas Lombardo, Lola Minutillo, Jonathon Poppo, Nicole Ramirez, Angel Roca, Matteo Sinon, Sophie Stumacher, Emma Trembone, Anthony Webster.
Como miembro de la Sociedad Honoraria de Español, prometo dedicarme al estudio de la lengua española con el fin de dominarla algún día, recordando que una lengua puede ser un lazo fuerte entre personas de distintos orígenes de raza o religión. Como ciudadano de mi patria, prometo promover la amistad y el entendimiento entre ella y los otros países del mundo. Esta es mi promesa y mi juramento.
Lauren Amico, Ileana Vaquero, Jordan Bernard, Craig Buonanno, Olivia Cantor, Lilly Ceisler, Sari Cohen, Talia Dinstein, Bailey Goldstein, Alexander Hansberg, Madison Jakubek, Raquel Kanner, Brady Karp, Pavasha Khan, Samantha Leff, Paul Letts, Bryan Lipton, Elizabeth Manowitz, Alyx Marvin, Jolie Miller, Lola Minutillo, Jennifer Mui, Griffen Nenner, Olivia Pica, Jonathon Poppo, Matthew Quintieri, Nicole Ramirez, Eli Ratson, Gabrielle Ripka, Chloe Rocco, Chloe Sampere, Olivia Scaglione, Alyssa Singer, Leah Sokol, Sophie Stumacher, Alexa Tusiani, Chloe Weissman, Allison Zeng.
I would like to take a moment to commend the following double language inductees. They have taken their passion for studying languages to great heights, and we are so very proud of them. I would like to congratulate the students and their parents for the celebration. The healthy collaboration between families and educators constitutes a strong language program. We would like to thank you, the parents, for sharing your appreciation for foreign cultures and languages, for teaching your children to explore and take risks, and for showing your children the power and importance of language.